What's up, friends? Today we are hopefully finishing out the office build. Now we have about 3 weeks left, so hopefully we got 2 weeks of hard work ahead of us and then a week to relax before the baby comes. So we got 4 sheets of plywood, we got 1 sheet of maple. We're going to build the top, we're going to build the upper cabinets, we're going to paint, hopefully do some staining, and then we'll get a little bit of rest. So let's get to it. All right, so to start, we did get all of the cut sheets done. This is going to be all of the cuts that are needed for everything, storage-wise, above that little desk that I built last time. So I think we can get all of these cuts done today. It's 4 sheets of plywood. Well, let's crack this bad boy open and start ripping these guys down. All right, so we did all of our dado cuts on this is the lower cabinet that will actually, the lower of the 2 sets, which will sit above the actual desk that we built last time. Now, I got the dado cut so that way the bottom sits inset, and then I actually cut a piece for the center here. And you'll notice these dado stacks, as well as this, doesn't go all the way to the back. So my theory, or my idea is that the back will sit inset. This will give me enough room to add, what are they called? French cleats to the back of whatever piece of plywood is the back lower. That's actually that one right there. So we'll add French cleats to hang on the wall, and then we'll be able to bolt through the French cleats into any studs. And then we can add a false back. This is actually not it, so I don't know if this will be, no, this isn't big enough to fit. But we can add this false back of 3/4 inch, or sorry, 1/2 inch, and it'll inset there, and then all of our screw holes will be hidden. So this will give it a nice, beautiful interior. We can mount with however thick of screws we need or upgrade to like big bolts. I've never hung upper cabinets, so I don't really know how strong the screws are. I see how they're mounted in the house, the way that they came with, but I don't know if I 100% will trust that, because this is going to have books inside of it, probably. And so we'll mount with some really thick lag bolts and into just the studs. Same thing we would mount a large TV with. And then we can hide those hideous bolts with a piece of 1/2-inch ply. So let's get this bolted together, or let's get this all glued and pin nailed together, and then we'll cut the back. I think I have to do a small adjustment. We'll pocket hole screw it on the side, and let's get started. Okay, so the tops, or the bottom section is done. We're gonna throw together these top sections after we organize ourselves a little bit. And then it's basically the same thing, except what we're gonna do is on the sides, we're gonna do pocket holes holding the top on, because we wised up a little bit. So let's get this put together. We can take all of the pieces inside, and then we're back on schedule. All right, so now we have all of our trim done and it's time to start prepping for paint. Now we need to fill in all of these little nail holes as well as a couple of these gaps that we have along the way, and we'll just caulk those gaps and then everything will look nicely. Of course, the insides of here will stay not painted. We'll do the doors in the garage, but ultimately I wanted to take this opportunity to remove this and do something about the actual face because I don't want it to be just solid. So luckily my wife decided on a look, and we're gonna kind of just do these boxes with maybe some mitered edges or some chamfered edges, and hopefully it'll look really nice. It looked nice in the picture she showed me, so I don't see why it shouldn't. But let's get started because we're still doing really good on time, and I might actually have a day of rest before the baby comes. So let's get to it. All right, so I've taped off all of these little corners down here by the carpet because I don't want to get any paint, but it is painting day. So I'm gonna start with just a brush around the edges, and then I do have a roller that I will use other places. But for now, let's get all the edges done. And I did add a little bit of thinner, so we're not going with any spectacular color, but it's just gonna be a nice off-white. So we'll do that around the edges, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, that was a lot of fun. It was difficult work, especially alone, but I had an absolute blast building this. This is my largest project to date. Next week, we'll be back in the shop and we'll do a smaller project. I need to work on doing my joinery, so doing different styles of joinery at least. And so we'll do some hand-cut dovetails because I seem to lack the skill to complete those. So we'll do quite a few, and hopefully in that video I can figure out how to do them perfectly. We're officially over the 1 year mark for the channel, and we have a couple thousand of you guys here. So hello to anybody who's newer. I have older videos. I'm gonna re-release my workbench build as one solid unit, and you'll see that in the next week or so. And then I have just about finished the plans. I had to take a break because of course I needed to finish this because we had the baby coming, but that is neither here nor there. Stay tuned because there are tons of videos that I'm going to be releasing, and I'm not going anywhere. Thank you for an awesome year so far, and you guys have a great day in the shop. I will see you next time. And one last thing before you guys actually go, I did mention that to celebrate 1 year of YouTube or hitting the 1,000 subscribers, I wanted to do something big for you, and I've mentioned it in past videos. Those of you that are subscribing, you are being thrown into a pot, and I'm giving away a table saw. Check the description down below. There's a link to my website where, one, you can get the build plans for the garage storage absolutely free. Just use the coupon code that's in the bottom and it'll drop that price out to zero for you guys. Two, there is a button on the top navigation that will have the winner. And so there's a link down below to take you straight there so you guys can see who the winner is. There's contact information so you guys can get in contact with me, and I'll be sending you one of those SawStop table saws. So congratulations to the winner. At this point, I haven't drawn it yet because I'm giving it until the end of this actual week where I'll be editing the video, and then I'll be dropping that down below. So congratulations to whoever wins. Reach out to me so that way I can get that to you. So again, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.